a lot of different resources that you can find to help elevate your knowledge and your gameplay for fighting games. In particular, the wikis that have been developed for fighting games are pretty great. The one that I'm looking right now, this is Dustloop. We love Dustloop. Unfortunately, Dustloop does not have Melty Blood. We go to Mizuumi for that, which is indicated here. But what I did want to highlight about this, I mean, first of all, if you play any of the Guilty Gears, Dragon Ball, Grand Blue, Blaze Blue, any of those, you're going to be able to find a lot of information here, which is fantastic. Let's go to Guilty Gear Strive because I spend a lot of time on this one. You can have all your characters listed, and let's say, oh, I really want to learn more about my girl biking. Overview, starter guide, combos. Like, you can learn all of this stuff. It's all here. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use this to your success. If you want to know more about everything that I just talked about, here we go, all here in the notation section of Dustloop. Glossary. Welcome to Dustloop's internal glossary page. The entries listed here can allow editors to provide in-article links to important fighting game terminology without having to explain it in depth. In order to use the glossary, use the keyword template. So, let's see, do we got fuzzies? Is fuzzy in here? Fuzzy guard. I'm only going to highlight this one because somebody brought it up. I believe it was Barker. A defensive technique where the defender changes their guard direction rapidly and precisely to cover multiple ways they can be hit, such as high, low, or left, right. And then you can go to the glossary entry in the Infil Fighting Game Glossary. So there's a lot of different, what's a rebeat, what's a rekka? Like all of this is what's going to help you learn things. Fighting Game Glossary by Infil. Here's another one. We A, B, C, D, E, F, G, we go all the way to Z, and then we can actually explain everything that's happening. You want to learn something about specific game? Cool, let's go look at MVC3. What's an assist? What's a crossover combination? And look, a delayed hyper combo. This is applicable to 2 different games. Let's look at Guilty Gear. Black Beat combo in Guilty and Blaze Blue. Burst, Guilty and Blaze Blue. Burst, Cali Burst! Good old Cali Burst. Oh, there's a Canadian Burst, too. We're learning all sorts of things today. So there's a lot of different really good things that you can learn through that. You can also learn basic techniques, intermediate techniques, advanced techniques, macro concepts. What are these? This is how you can learn. It's all here, dustloop.com. But because we are talking about Melty Blood specifically, we're going to Mizuumi, and this is the Melty Blood Type Lumina Wiki. If you really just want to have a place, a resource that you want to go and be able to refer to all the time, this is it. So you have Getting Started, the FAQ, the glossary. So these are where you're going to find your terminologies specific to Melty Blood, which is pretty hefty. Arc Drive, Awakening, Blood Bead, blah, 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 blah. The nice thing is now is that a lot of these terms are now displayed in the game. So you can figure out what a lot more of these things are, which is great. I like that they changed that so that it's displaying what's happening on screen. It makes it much more accessible. What are your resources? Here's all your characters. Neko Arc. So you go in, you're like, I want to learn Neko Arc. And the things that I like, pick if you like, avoid if you dislike. So, pick if you like tricky movement. Avoid if you don't like kitten-sized defense with only 10k HP. We'll talk more about that later as well. But again, here's your resource. Here's what you're looking for. So resources that are great include Dustloop, Mizuumi, the Footsie's blog guide that I put up as well, and also YouTube. There are some phenomenal YouTube creators. Scrot Vermillion has a lot of really good stuff out. There are some other very prolific Melty Blood players that have great videos. You can go look back at tournaments. You can go look back at top 8 from EVO. You can go look back at the official United States tournament. You can look back at Combo Breaker. You can look back at Frosty Faustings and just put that in to YouTube, and you can find those and watch them, because you can definitely absorb a lot by watching those people.
Work it.